Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Nice to see everyone here tonight at the end of a week, for whatever this week was for you, whether it was a week of excitement and energy, or if it was a week of frustration and anxiety or lethargy, whatever this week was for you, we get to just say goodbye to it and enter into a new week, into a day of wholeness and rejuvenation, a day of peace, a day of celebration, a day of joy, a day of praying with our feet, as many will do tomorrow as they march for our lives. It's also wonderful to see some faces here that we haven't seen in a while. So welcome back to those who we haven't seen here in a while, and it's good to see you as we come together to celebrate Shabbat together. As we continue our service on page 121, it's my pleasure to invite Ellen Jimenez, representing Sisterhood, to lead us in the blessing over the Shabbos candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
I invite you to please stand if you are able, as we join together in singing Kiddush on page 123.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho me'ava ורצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר לציאת מצרים. קיוונו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
Before we continue, just take a moment to greet those nearby, the warm Shabbat Shalom.
Hello, hello, people nearby.
Hold one.
Mm-hmm.
how good and pleasant it is when we come together. Hine ma tov, we're on page 128.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai, Lechu Neranana Ladonai, page 130.
לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. נריע, נריע לצור אישנו, לקדמה פניו ותודה. נריע, נריע לצור אישנו, בזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני.
The next page we keep on singing out to God.
שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש. שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along, all the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
With the words of enter in peace and enter in joy, we welcome the Sabbath bride into our midst with the words of Lecha Dodi on pages 138 and 139.
Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. lecha dodi לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולי תהילה. קבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נזוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם לך ובצורה טוב בואי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
Continue on the back of the service handout.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? My prayer. Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruchu et Mevorach. Baruch Adonai Mevorach. לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. יאללה לילה אליי, 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 יאללה לילה אליי. Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro ma'ariv haravim.
Page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back my brother, my sister, or cross over. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 151. Please join me. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Continue on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. אמת ומרכזות וכמה לינו.
If you were here last week for our Shabbat service, you heard from 4 of our teens who participated in what we were calling Teens Take Over the Bima, as they shared their stories of walking out of their classrooms a week ago Wednesday, as students throughout the nation were doing. Tomorrow, many of these teens, along with likely hundreds of thousands of others across the country, will be gathering to march. March for their lives, march for our lives. In Los Angeles, in Long Beach, in Washington, D.C., in what I believe to be 800 communities throughout the world, or throughout the nation. And these teens, not only will they take over the Bima, they will take over these marches. And it's extraordinary to see how the North American Federation of Temple Youth, NIFTY, the Reform Movement's youth organization, has been such an instrumental part in helping to provide a presence at these gatherings and to lead by example, marching with our feet, much as Heschel did years ago, more than 50 years ago in Selma. So as we think about our students and our adults, all of those who are walking tomorrow to march for our lives, and as we prepare to enter into Nichamocha, a prayer of marching, a prayer for freedom, I share with you this poem written by Rabbi Naomi Levy. We will march. We will march for our children's sake. We will march because standing still is not an option. We will march because a new day is coming, We will march, young and old, hand in hand. We will march like the children of Israel at the foot of the sea. We will march until the raging waters part before us. We will march until our leaders act. We will march in honor of the innocent souls we have lost. We will march, turning the prayers of our hearts into action. We will march, praying with our feet. We will march to the beat of a mournful lament. We will march with our heads held high. We will march to finally end the madness. We will march, and we will win by God. We will win. Amen.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 mi chamocha bailim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef ele malchutcha ra'u vanecha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe malchutcha ra'u vanecha bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ונאמר כי בדד אדוני את יעקב וגיאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני יא לה 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 יא לה 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 Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Ga'al Yisrael.
When we go to sleep at night, we ask God to protect us, to guard us, to keep us safe throughout the night, enveloping us in the Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace. We always hope and pray that this shelter will withstand whatever comes to the night and the days ahead. And we certainly hope and pray that tomorrow, as our students are marching, as people are marching all over the country, that they too will be guarded and protected by the shelter of peace that inspires them to act, inspires them to march, inspires them to say something needs to be done. So as we think about our children, and all of us here in this community, share these words of Hashkivenu in the back of the service handout.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'hamidenu malkeinu ושמור צאתנו ובואנו, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ושמור צאתנו ובואנו. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. We continue with the words of Vishamru, page 162. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת
Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav teaches, every word of one's prayer should be like a rose that is picked from a bush. One gathers rows upon rows until a bouquet is formed and can be offered to God as a beautiful blessing. This is our offering tonight, as we do every Shabbat, every time we open our mouths to share words of praise and prayer. We'll enter into the words of the Tefillah, beginning on page 164. We'll share the first three prayers together Afterwards, you'll have the opportunity to turn inward and offer prayers of the heart or prayers that come from the book through page 181 as you pick your roses and offer them to God. Please stand if you are able as we enter in together.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi hagid teilatecha. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, קונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please pray silently.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. 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 שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל. 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 בכל עת ובכל שעה, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל. המברך את עמו ישראל.
Take a moment now to offer Mishaberach L'Refuah, a prayer for all those who are in need of healing of body, mind, and spirit. The words, if you need them, are in the middle of page 371. And in just a few moments, we will lift our voices together in prayer, hopefully providing comfort and strength to those around us who are in need of healing. Before we do, if you'd like to stand or get my attention and share aloud the name or names of those for whom you are praying the Shabbat, I invite you to do so now.
Sheila Weiss, Marilyn Ortner, Pat and Cyril Wade, Ramon Seco.
For all those names, those whose names we hold in our hearts, we pray together.
מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofe HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, whose healing presence is with all those in need. Amen.
In just a moment, we will continue with Seder Kiryat HaTorah, our service for the reading of Torah. And tonight, of course, we celebrate all those who have birthdays or anniversaries in this month of March. And I know who you are. So if during the Hakafah, if it's your custom to wear a talit, you can get one in the back. And at the appropriate time, I will call you to the bima as a group so we can offer you a blessing. For every birthday is extraordinary. We have a couple of milestone birthdays and anniversaries to celebrate this month as well. We're on page 362. Page 362.
Oh, sorry. Ein kamocha va'elohim Adonai, ve'ein kemaasecha, malchutcha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor vador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim hetiva v'rtzoncha et Zion. I melech el ram venisa adon olamim ki Yerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Galul Adonai iti Uneromema Moya Adonai Gedula Yager Etzach Ve'amod Yichol Bashamayim U'Ba'aretz Yichol Bashamayim U'Ba'aretz Lecha Adonai Hamamlacha Ve'aminatei על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד ועל ועלה ועל גמילותך ועלה והתחת על שלושה דברים הדברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
Please be seated. The parsha for the Shabbat is Parshat Tzav, a continuation in our exploration of the various sacrifices that the ancient Israelites offered to God as their way of coming close to God. I'll be speaking about this parsha after the Torah reading as part of my Devar Torah. So I won't say more now, except that you can follow along on the Torah text and translation sheet. And as is our custom, at least once a month when we bring out Torah, is to honor those in our congregation who are celebrating birthdays and anniversaries in this month. So for those who are celebrating in this month of March, Ya'amdu la'ali ala Torah, I call you to the Torah for the honor of blessing us, enabling us to honor you on this special occasion in your lives. It's a good month. This is a good one. There you go. No one needs a blessing? Who needs it?
Blessings over there?
Everyone have enough blessings? There you go.
You got blessings. We got blessings. Yes, we do. We got blessings. How about you? Okay. Right there. Okay. Come close. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai
Barak min olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bakar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai,
Noten HaTorah. Amen. Amen. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, צב את אהרון ואת בניו לאמור, זאת תורת העולה, היב העולה על מוקדה על המזבח כל הלילה עד הבוקר, ואש המזבח תוקד בו, ולבש הכהן מדו בד ומכנסי בד, ילבש על בשרו והרים את הדשן, אשר תאכל האש את העולה על המזבח, ושמו אצל המזבח. Baruch
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam hatah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Noten HaTorah. Amen.
Birthdays first.
Birthdays.
Celebrating birthdays. There you go.
Birthdays.
The anniversary. So here we are, celebrating another birthday, another, thank goodness, another year older, another year wiser, maybe, yes, another year of gifts that you continually give to our congregation, to your families, to your loved ones, your very presence being such a blessing. I think, I'm not sure, anyone else have one of those milestone birthdays aside from Irv here who celebrated 85 last week? But you're not the oldest one up here. But you have one of those 5 or 0s, right? He's catching up, indeed, indeed. So on this occasion that you celebrate your birthdays in this month of March, we offer you this special blessing and this Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless all of you on the occasion of your birthdays that you celebrate this month. As you have found nourishment through your lives up until the present time, may you continue to be protected and filled with life and happiness and enjoy many more years of life and blessing. May all of your loved ones rejoice in you and all of your wishes be fulfilled for good. And let us all say, Amen. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And I know that we have a couple of birthdays and anniversaries, people who are sharing. So again, anyone who has one of those milestone anniversaries, come close.
I don't think so.
So before we share this blessing, just a special word for Michael and Sandy, who are celebrating 50 years of marriage tomorrow, right? Tomorrow.
Mazal
So
tov.
first, Mazal Tov, happy anniversary. I'm working with the bar mitzvah student right now who is talking about the Jubilee year. And you know what happens in the Jubilee year? You can wipe out all of your debts, you can turn everything in. I don't think that happens in marriage, though. So after, because in 51 and beyond, it is just a reconsecration of all which is good and holy in your lives. So especially for the two of you on this year of your 50th, we wish you special mazal, special joy, luck, and blessing in the years ahead. But for all those who are celebrating everyday anniversaries, right? 43, right? 43, 20, 22, there you go. There you go. Excellent. Come on closer. words, all anniversaries. All anniversaries are a time to reconsecrate our love to one another, to your spouse, to your families, to be able to celebrate the joys that life brings, to reflect on the challenges that the years have brought, and to look forward ahead with the great opportunities that lie ahead. So as you celebrate your anniversaries in this month of March, I offer you this blessing. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless all of you who have come today into this holy house to offer thanks for all the kindness, God, that you have done for them throughout their lives, from the day they celebrated the union of their hearts up until the present day, 50 years, 22 years, 43 years, since each of you entered into a covenant of love, a brit ahava. As you have merited to celebrate today, so may you enjoy a length of days and to a ripe and full old age. May you enjoy blessing and success in all that you undertake, together with all Israel. And let us all say, Amen. Amen. Happy anniversary, Mazal Tov. Everyone notice Michael's tie? Michael with these diamonds in the tie, marking, I don't know if they're real or not, but they're very shiny and blingy, representing these 50, right? There are 50 diamonds in there. They're not real. Otherwise, someone's going to be like snipping up that tie. There you go. So I'll invite you to all stay on the bima as we lift the Torah and prepare to return the Torah to the ark, and you can help us with our closing reading in a moment. I'll take these back. I'll just make a mess of the bima. You can pass these out in a second. There you go. Put you to work. I invite you to please stand if you're able as I lift the Torah. You can see the verses that King Davidson chanted so beautifully.
Torah. On
page 374, Hallelujah Shem Adonai Ki Nishgav Shemo Levado. Let us praise the name of Adonai, for God's name alone is exalted.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
On the bottom of page 375, we pray responsibly, joining together for the last two lines. When Torah entered the world, freedom entered it. The whole Torah exists only to establish peace.
Its highest teaching is love and kindness. What is hateful to you, do not do to any person.
That is the whole Torah. All the rest is commentary. Go and learn it. Those who study Torah are the true guardians of civilization.
Honoring one another, doing acts of kindness, and making peace. These are our highest duties. But the study of Torah is equal to them all because it leads to them all. Let us learn in order to teach. Let us learn in order to do. Etz Chaim hi lamachazik.
Please be seated.
Happy anniversary. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Let me begin by reaffirming what I have said many times before. Leviticus can be a hard book to read. Now, yesterday in our Torah study class, I watched one person's face contract in a grimace as this vegetarian had to read out loud the text that describes in graphic detail the priestly butchery of a sacrificial animal. Now, I'll spare you from the gore today, but you can take a look at Parshat Tzav, Leviticus chapter 6, beginning at verse 1 if you want to read more. But far from being a Meshuggah book, which is how another student described Leviticus, it truly, don't say who it is. It truly is fascinating, instructive, and remains relevant for us today. Its lessons may not be as self-evident on the surface compared, for example, to Abraham pleading for the fate of Sodom and Gomorrah. But when we truly open our minds to Leviticus, there is much wisdom to discover and learn. Now, far from being boring, irrelevant, or strange, let me share, with the assistance of my dear friend Rabbi Jason Rosenberg, why Leviticus is perhaps the most compelling book in the Torah. First, because it has a lot to teach us. Now, if we insult it by calling it irrelevant or Meshuggah or something like that, if we insult it, how are we able to open our eyes and find meaning within it? Second, you don't always have to do cartwheels to make the text meaningful. Some connections may seem less apparent. However, connecting the situation of the quarantine leper, for example, to the way that we treat seriously ill people in our society does not require a dramatic leap of understanding or interpretation. The first several chapters of Leviticus, including this week's portion called Tzav, articulate the table of sacrificial offerings in great detail. As Rabbi Rosenberg teaches, in the ancient world, our ancestors knew that in order to get close to God, they had to take their best and offer it up. As farmers and herdsmen, their best came from their flocks, so that's what they offered. Nothing really has changed. If we want to get close to God, then we have to offer our best. What that best is and how it is offered has changed radically. But the basic religious impulse at the heart of Leviticus, Rosenberg continues, is shockingly unchanged for the thousands of years that we have been reading it. Leviticus has plenty to teach us. Our ancestors understood what it meant to offer one's best. This week's special Haftarah for Shabbat HaGadol, the Shabbat that precedes Passover, and which historically is known for one of the longest sermons that the rabbi will give in the entire year, but I'm going to pass that off for another year. This week's special Haftarah for Shabbat HaGadol teaches us, the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem shall be pleasing to the Lord as in the days of yore and in the days of old. However, its author, Malachi, has a caveat. The offerings will not be pleasing if they are offered by one who has no fear of God, who cheats laborers of their hire, and who subvert the cause of the widow, the orphan, and the stranger. Offerings must be accompanied by ethics. Offerings must be accompanied by ethics. While the sacrificial cult was an essential feature of ancient Israel, as time passed, prophets and sages questioned the efficacy of ritual sacrifice. The prophet Jeremiah, whose words are connected to the traditional Haftarah for this portion, suggests that offering sacrifices in a perfunctory, mindless manner that is meaningless to the person offering, that lacks authenticity or integrity, is in fact an affront to God. Parshat Tzav and its accompanying prophetic teaching speak to that tension between ritual and ethics. The rituals of Tzav are explicit and clear. There are the sacrifices, the korbanot, offered for certain situations, the daily offering, the guilt offering, the sin offering, the offering of well-being or thanksgiving. Leviticus is our instruction manual. It tells us what to do. However, Leviticus also tells us how to be, how to behave. The laws and precepts of the Holiness Code that we will discover in a few weeks articulate some of our core ethical obligations. Leave the corners of the field for the poor. Do not place a stumbling block before the blind, nor curse the deaf. Do not stand idly by while your neighbor bleeds. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. Jeremiah, Malachi, and all of the prophets of our tradition wanted the person who brought the best from his herd or flock to the altar for ritual sacrifice to be a person who also lived according to the highest ethical standards of our people. Once we receive Torah at Sinai, we move away from the narrative style of Genesis and the first part of Exodus that animate the text until that moment through its stories. We find ourselves now immersed in the chukim and mishpatim, the laws and precepts that governed families and societies then and continue to powerfully guide our lives today. As Rabbi Shai Held teaches, sacrifice without religious integrity is not just meaningless, it is actually abhorrent in God's eyes. Jeremiah, Malachi, Isaiah, Amos, Micah, and others teach that if we don't hold ourselves to a high ethical standard, how can we, with any degree of authenticity, offer sacrifices in ancient times or offer our prayers to God today? Now, I know that I get very upset by people who claim to be devout practitioners of their faith, who are punctilious in their ritual observance, yet nevertheless fail to meet basic ethical expectations of their tradition. For example, and listen to the entire sentence and pick out all the things that are wrong here, think of the married male anti-choice advocate who espouses his Christian faith-based activism by joining a picket line at the local Planned Parenthood clinic, then later persuades the woman with whom he is having an affair to get an abortion after she becomes pregnant so that his adultery will not become public. I'm not going to read that again, but you get the idea, okay? There's a whole array of violated commandments in that particular scenario. Or, more succinctly, think of the ultra-Orthodox businessman who puts on tefillin, davens 3 times a day, Shomer Shabbat, and yet exploits those who work for him. I don't need to provide examples of the clergy sexual abuse scandal that rocked the Catholic Church. Again, if we don't hold ourselves to a high ethical standard, how can we, with any degree of authenticity, offer prayer to God? I hope and pray that our default behavior leans towards morality and ethics. We are inspired and motivated to uphold the highest ethical teachings of our tradition, while we also endeavor to embrace the enduring rituals of our people that have animated Jewish life for thousands of years. We maintain the standards which guide our community and our lives, both in our civic and religious lives. We are also keenly aware when we fail to live up to our potential, when we err, when we miss the mark. We then do what is needed to restore the breach that was opened. Our integrity is challenged, of course, when we try to observe our rituals to the letter of the law while ignoring basic ethical principles that otherwise guide our lives. When we do all that we can to uphold core ethical values, when we are reflective and self-aware of ways we fail to meet these highest ideals articulated by our tradition and work to make right what we wronged, when we then offer our prayers with sincerity and humility, then, and only then, we truly draw nearer to God, having been guided by both the lessons of Leviticus and the proclamations of our prophets. Rituals and ethics live in sacred synergy, guiding us along paths of justice, righteousness, and ritual. This lesson, and many others, are found in the book of Leviticus. It is a book that we need not apologize for, but rather confront with openness and humility to derive wisdom from it. Just as it has instructed and inspired our people for thousands of years, it still has that power when we open our hearts and minds to the opportunity of learning from it. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is my pleasure to be here on behalf of the Board of Directors. Many thanks to Sisterhood and Ellen Jimenez for hosting our wonderful Onyx Shabbat. And thank you, too, for Sandy and Michael for adding to the Onyx Shabbat in honor of their very special celebration. And Mazel Tov to all of you who have celebrated birthdays and anniversaries this month. It's wonderful to share and celebrate with friends. We have lots of activities coming up, and I will let you read many of them in the handout, but please, I want to highlight a few. Please join us tomorrow morning for the Long Beach March for our Lives Walk. This walk will replace our monthly Torah on the Trails walk. We will be meeting at 9 a.m. at the Long Beach Albert JCC and carpooling over to Bigsby Park in Long Beach. The distance of the mile, I'm told, has changed to 3 miles total, beginning at Bigsby Park and ending at Bigsby Park. Laurel Perry can provide you with more information, as can Rabbi Chuck. And I'm going to add that how wonderful it is that our young people have taken the role in this. And I know that unfortunately among the deceased were at least one that I'm aware of, a child who was involved with the Reform movement, but all of them, it's horrendous. Our community Passover Seder will be held on Wednesday, April 4th here at Temple Bethel, beginning at 5:45 p.m. This year, We're delighted that the Seder will be led by Cantor Davidson. Prices are in the handout. The reservation deadline is this Monday, March 26th. We have an affliction at Temple Bethel. We're not always prompt or early with our responses. So please cure the affliction, and as soon as Shabbat is over, respond if you haven't already done so, either to Jody Davidson or Cantor Davidson after services. Please remember that we will not be having a Shabbat service on Friday evening, March 30th, due to that is the evening of the beginning of Passover of the first Seder. Instead, please join us on Saturday morning, March 31st at 10 a.m. for our Shabbat Passover Festival service. We will worship together with festival liturgy, including Kaddish. Shabbat Shalom.
More things. If you haven't picked up your box of matzah with the logo of Temple Bethel printed on it in kosher for Passover edible ink, I don't know where these are, right? I don't know if they're in the social. They're somewhere, but we can probably find them for you. Everybody gets 2 boxes, so get them. And also, right after services, Riva, is that right? Okay. Riva will be opening up the gift shop for about 10 minutes right after services. If you need to pick something up, please go and see Riva right away. That afterwards she will join us in the Oneg, in the social for Oneg Shabbat. And if you forget to go in there after 10 minutes and you still need something, just find her inside and she will take good care of you. Our concluding prayers begin with Aleinu on page 586. Please stand if you will.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. On page 593. In nature's ebb and flow, God's eternal law abides. When tears dim our vision or grief clouds our understanding, we often lose sight of God's eternal plan. We know that growth and decay, life and death all reveal a divine purpose. God, who is our support in the struggles of life, is also our hope in death. We have set God before us and shall not despair. In God's hands are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Under God's protection we abide, and by God's love we are comforted. O life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts and fill our spirits with abiding trust in you. If you are here to say Kaddish tonight, for someone who has passed away in the last 7 or 30 days, or you are observing a yortzeit, when I recite that person's name, please stand and remain standing until all the names have been shared, and then together we will stand as one community to provide comfort and consolation as we recite Mourner's Kaddish together on page 598. We continue to observe the first 30 days of remembrance for Edith Bell, Jane Fine, and Mitsuko Profanto. And we remember those who died at this season in years past, whose yortzeit fell this past week, and whom we remember by name tonight. Leanne Abramowitz, Reba Adler, Georgette Belsky, Herman Bernstein, Michael Bierney, Helene Balasanow, Jean-Claude Balasanow, and Moshe Blightrock. Michael Colton, Audrey Bernice Fenton, Morris Ferdman, Chaya Fleischer, Louis Joseph Frisch, Goldie Galanter, Franklin Goodman, Henry Gross, Celia Grossman, Vilma Hallage, Harry Jacob, Isaac Cattell, Kurt Kent, Nellie Corman, Louis Lebowitz, Asa Bernoff Levitt, Paula Loveman, Helene Lurie, Edmund Menace, Ernie New, Alexander Paul, Gerald Pendrick, David Hanael Parachia, Fonnie Pierce, Joseph I. Pollock, Leo Rosen, Doris Rowe, Leonard Rubenfeld, Betty Rubin, Bertha Schultz, Ida Pat Skoll, Pauline Spector, Flora Victor, Jacob Whitkin, Evelyn Zirkis. If you're remembering someone this Shabbat and I neglected to share the name, please stand and share the name aloud. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. Please stand if you're able as we join together. Page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye echon v'yom echon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen, yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush v'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen, yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Say shalom, hu oh say shalom, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Kol Yisrael kol ha'olam. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Say Motzi in the middle in a moment. Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos.
So I'll come to the middle, and we'll say Motzi together before we go into Al Manuel, all for our Oneg Shabbat. The challah is, the taste is enhanced and is blessed in the hands of young people. Come on, Adam. Represent tonight, okay?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shalom, sir.